it's like I had played around with the idea, never contemplating and thinking about I would actually do it. I'd had family members that had committed suicide and it had destroyed my family. I'd seen it firsthand and I didn't want to do that to my mum and dad, right? So when I was marking myself, that seemed okay. I didn't feel too bad about it. I remember the feeling that I got. It's not a game anymore. It's not a cry for help. I'm tired of this life. I'm tired of the evil things that I've seen human beings doing to other human beings. I'm tired of feeling like this junky, spat on, talked about, ugly piece of shit. I'm tired of promising my mum and dad that I'll stop taking heroin and never being able to do it. I'm tired of being a disappointment to everybody in my whole life. I'm just tired. And do you know what? This, if I jump off a bridge, I'd probably survive. If I put a belt round my neck, the bulb would the lead would come out the ceiling and I'd survive. Tablets, copious amounts of paracetamol, 20, 30, 40, some cocodamols, some tramadols. Just get a big bowl and just swallow the whole lot. You'll no wake up. And guess what? You'll not be in any pain. There'll be nothing. I'm an atheist. I'm not a religious man. So I didn't know about afterlife and like I was taught through childhood and I understand all that. For me, I think when the lights go out, it just goes black and there's nothing. If there's a heaven and there's a hell, then I'm going to be going to hell. Rest assured with that. So in my mind, I'm thinking it's just going to go black, but you're not going to be in any pain. So it's a great idea. Let's do it. So I started putting it into started putting in how I was going to do it, when I was going to do it, and then I'm sitting listening to REM on the hi-fi, and it's a crazy thing. Automatic for the People, one of the best albums ever written by one of the best rock bands ever, and at least they listen to Out of Time and Automatic for the People every day. And Everybody Hurts was one of those songs growing up. It sounds like a sad song. Always made me emotional to listen to it, even as a wee boy. Put the album in. I'm sitting on my own in my flat. Tonight's the night. Feel it. Right, it's now. So I'm sitting. I start popping the pills from the blister packs into the bowl. And I'm sitting popping all these tablets. And they're starting to fill this bowl up. And I get a pint of water. And I start crying. And I can remember the tears just running down and I'm thinking about my family. And it's no stopping me. I'm thinking about all my family that love me and how much I'm going to miss them. And it isn't stopping me. I'm still popping them and I'm getting myself more and more worked up. And then the beginning of Everybody Hurts on the hi-fi starts. And that's it. Goodbye. I decided that song, perfect. Drug overdose, perfect. Sitting there and then sitting listening to Everybody Hurts, and this is the craziest thing. This is the truth, mate. People think this is maybe bullshit. Michael Stipe, the lyrics of that song, hold on. I think it's verse 3 in the song. I'm not going to sing because I can't sing. Hold on. But I had the speaker next to my ear and I heard Michael Stipe's voice. Michael Stipe knew that I was about to commit suicide. And he was singing that song specifically to me, telling me not to throw my hand. He says, don't throw your hand. Hold on. He was singing it to me. He knew what I was about to do and I heard him. And I've sent Michael Stipe the book and I've sent REM the book over in America and he's received it. He said I've got a cool story because he's seen a Sun newspaper clip. He says, oh, cool story. But I've never got to contact him about how much an impact that he had in that moment in my life. And I woke up, and this is the crazy thing, I had a blue bowl. I woke up that next again morning, and the tablets were scattered all over the rug and all over the floor. And I woke up on the rug, and I lifted my head up. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck was that? Get help. You're getting help now, and you're going to take the help and stop just doing that so your mum and dad are happy. I'll see a drug counsellor. Bullshit. Get help. Because last night, what you nearly done and what you were close to doing last night is not on. And that's didn't be a selfish prick and do that. Get help. So for that moment, that was me. I picked myself up. I was under 8 stone, black circle, skeleton, struggling with depression and suicide thought and all that. And I went and got a helpmate, and I was able to save myself. Other people were able to play a part in saving me, teaching me about the mind, teaching me about who Paul Boggie is, why Paul Boggie loved drugs, why Paul Boggie felt inadequate, why and learnt about myself and being able to work through the hang-ups and the trauma and work through everything. And ultimately, the course that I done through Sirenians, which is a homeless charity in Edinburgh, an amazing guy from across the pond in your way, Lou Tice, sadly is no longer with us, Pacific Institute, they've done a course about the power of the mind. What? Shut up. I'm not going on that. I'm a smackhead. Why am I going to go on about learning about the power of the mind? I'm not going. Right? That was the mentality for a while. And I thought, well, there's nothing to lose. Let's just try it. Or you're going to end up dead. So it was myself talking in my own mind. So I went, sitting listening to this American psychologist telling me about how the subconscious mind works, the conscious, the creative subconscious, the self-talk, the way that I talk to myself, where if I am calling myself in the mirror every single day ugly, every single day I'm beating myself up for things, bad choices that I've done, every single day I'm putting myself down, is it any wonder that I turn to drugs and feel the way that I do? You have to change that. And he said, I have the power to be able to change my way of thinking. That's what it was. So it was nothing to do with addiction, mate. Addiction wasn't even mentioned in the whole course for the whole month. It wasn't mentioned once. It was all just about the power of the mind, the way the mind works. And once I was taught, I was able to apply the things that I was taught to my addiction problems and my mental health problems and my suicide problems, and start to make sense of it and start to fix myself and build myself up, And like almost 20 years ago, I went in the mirror, a skinny little rat I am, man, skin and bone. I went into the mirror, and I remember thinking, thank you, Lou Tice. I put my nose in the mirror, said, don't fucking ask for heroin ever again, because you're never getting it. And I looked straight in my eyes in the mirror, and swore and got angry. I said, don't fucking ask. And when I done it, I got the biggest fucking goosebumps on my whole body, and I knew, as crazy as that sounded back then, or 18 years ago, or 17 years ago, and people would doubt me, say, relapses is just round the corner, you'll end up taking the drugs again. I knew I'll never touch that drug again. And 19 and a half years, I believe I deserve the right to say that I'll not touch that drug again. Even though people say, you can't say that, you didn't know what will happen tomorrow, Paul. I understand that. For me, I've been through the ringer, breaking my back and crushing my spine, been, medically discharged for the army and all that pish. If I was ever going to relapse and go back to that drug, I would have done it when I was struggling mentally through that. I know I'm never doing it. And like we spoke about earlier, my family, people that love me, people that I love is a good enough reason. It's the only reason that I need, as well as the love that I've got for myself and the pride that I've got in what I've done and who I've become. All these things mount up into a big ball of pride, something that I never thought I'd have in my life, ever. And I've now got this big ball of pride, and nobody can break this ball of pride. It's mine. I've earned it. So I do openly talk about my drug use and say things like that that may offend people. But, you know, and I always say when I try to educate people about, again, how Paul, how did you get off? How did you stop? How did you stay off? And I always say to people, listen, you can do your rehab programs, you can do your 12 steps programs, you can turn to God. If it works for you, do it. Do whatever it takes. For me, I've done none of those things. I learnt about the mind. Thanks to Lou Tice, I learnt about the mind. I learnt about who I was, and I applied it to all the other crap in my life, and it worked. So I am that special a man, right? That it can only happen for me. So there's all these other heroin addicts out there that are struggling like what I was. Good people that are just stuck. That I want to try and help these people and reach out to these people and say, look, if 12 steps isn't working for you, or rehab centres isn't working for you, and you keep relapsing, and or turning into religion isn't working for you, keep looking and try something else. Try alternatives. Try it the way I done, because you've nothing to lose and everything to gain.